Hey everybody, welcome to Killing Time, the show that searches for entertainment that does not suck. I'm Ayaz Akhtar.
I'm JB.
And today, we're trying something new again. We're trying to see if we can kill my MacBook Air. So if the episode ends like at 8 minutes because we're Skyping out and everything's going to hell, that's the episode you get. So, sorry?
It's almost like Russian roulette.
Sort of. I mean, I guess it's like
We could
California
end it any
roulette?
time.
Yes. You never know when this show is going to end. that might be the way to go. It's a podcast of found footage.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
it's just been taken off a corrupted hard drive, and you get the episodes. I should not be telling you people this now. And it's in the episode. Episode 95 of Killing Time. We're 5 episodes away from episode 100, which means the episodes are going to get shorter and shorter, so we can get to episode 100 faster. See?
Yeah.
Aha. First
I like
episode's
it.
like an hour. Second one, not so much. All right. So, how you been?
Been good. How you been?
I've been all right. All right. I saw some things, but we're going to start with news because I wrote it down.
All right. News.
First, I saw that Deadpool made some money.
A lot of it.
A lot of money. And then I saw an article on IO9 that said Wolverine 3 will be rated R. Probably because Deadpool was like the biggest rated R opening ever and has made something like almost, I think has more money than any X-Men movie has ever made.
Right. And it's only been out a couple weeks.
Okay, so what do you think? Do you think...
I think this is a knee-jerk reaction. I think initially we're going to get a ton of, R-rated movies, and some which should be, like Wolverine could be good as an R-rated, but I think they're going to try and put things that don't necessarily need to be R-rated become R-rated.
Yeah, but isn't Wolverine the character who would benefit most from, I don't know, blood, disemboweling things?
Yes, no, absolutely. I think I think it's definitely going to work in that case. But I think because Deadpool has done so well, they're going to be trying to find all these hardcore comic book properties to make R-rated movies out of.
Well, Fox will try to mine what they have, but
yes,
I think this is actually a good thing because X2, the best Wolverine story there is, pretty much right now in the movies. I know the Wolverine was okay.
Yeah,
Wolverine's origin, that thing was terrible. X1 was all right. X3, thankfully, never has happened.
Never happened.
But X2
skip right over it.
Is actually a very good Wolverine story. But there's a lot of things that seems to happen in this movie where he like stabs people, right through the chest, and he pulls out these perfectly clean metal claws.
Yeah, blood.
Just a little bit of blood.
I agree.
That's all I want to see in this. I think it'll benefit from it, and maybe a couple of swears, because why not? Because the world that Wolverine inhabits is not exactly happy-go-lucky.
Right. I mean, look at the Netflix properties, for an example. Those are pretty much R-rated. I mean, those are some dark, disturbing things, Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Maybe not quite as the level of Deadpool, but look how popular those have been, so there's an audience there for it.
That's true. Jessica Jones is actually surprisingly violent. There is some blood in it.
Yes.
And there's just all kinds of horrible death in it, too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually very good. It's definitely the right amount of violence for the program. So
violence is used in a meaningful way in that point. When Deadpool, it's just violence, but that's the way it needs to be.
All right. You know what? Since we are talking Deadpool, I did see it. After our spoiler review last week, you'd think I wouldn't have to see it. But I saw it anyway. And
what did Ayaz think?
Ayaz thought, who talks in third person now, Ayaz thought that it was quite good, actually. It was surprisingly funny. I know you told me it was funny, but it was legit funny that I was laughing out loud during the movie. The opening sequence sets the tone. I didn't realize that it would keep going this way, the opening sequence. The thing I'm talking about in particular is the credits, where everything is a joke.
Yeah.
Which I quite enjoyed. I enjoyed the references to Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
References to the Green Lantern.
Yes.
All of these little quips about, I mean, not just breaking the fourth wall, but look, we know it's a movie, and we're okay with it. I think my favorite scene in this whole thing, and again, if you haven't figured this out yet, I'm going to spoil part of the movie. My favorite scene so far, the one that stands out in my head, is Deadpool trying to convince Colossus of something while trying to beat up Colossus.
And breaking his... Yes.
He breaks his left hand, his right hand, his legs. He breaks everything. Then cuts off his own hand to escape from Colossus, thereby leading him to grow a new hand.
which was little baby sized.
Which was because it does take time to grow back, and so that was very funny. There were some like disturbing kind of stuff going on there with the movie. Definitely balanced in tone, considering how there's some really violent shit in here, but there's also some really sad things in here too. So you're right. It's a love story. They keep saying it's a love story, and they're not pulling any punches with it. But Colossus versus Deadpool, and then the final battle sequence. Another kind of set up ideas of, okay, well, here's how this person's going to land. I like the superhero landing joke. There's all of these great visuals.
Yeah.
And if I actually edit this episode, you might see some of them now. And if you don't see them in the video, open another tab and find the video.
Find some videos.
I'm sure there's a way to find a video for it. Anyway, so I quite enjoyed it. I think it's a good way to actually set up that universe properly.
Yes.
All right. So, you just saw me watch the trailer for Kindergarten Cop 2, starring Dolph Lundgren.
Yes, and I know the viewers didn't see it, but his face said it all.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause for a second in case I actually put in the trailer.
Dolph Lundgren is Kindergarten Cop 2.
This machine owes me Twix bar.
He's an undercover FBI agent looking for stolen data.
How close are you to making a breakthrough?
They're definitely warming up to me. They can smell fear.
There's 6.
I have 2 mommies, and they tell me I shouldn't trust boys.
Next!
From Universal Pictures
Put that away!
comes an all-new movie, Kindergarten Cop 2.
That's how Zach Reed, kindergarten teacher, rolls.
Did you just...
Own it on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD.
Okay.
Trailer.
That was... Okay, so... I watched that trailer thanks to YouTube, and YouTube has a speed option, so I watched it at 1.5 times speed. If I had to watch that at real time, I would probably I would have screamed at the screen. Why on earth is there a Kindergarten Cop 2, and why is Dolph Lundgren in this? Didn't he just like make Expendables and everything?
Yep. He. I also saw a commercial with him. I forget what it was for. I just remember him talking about the fact that he's not just an actor. He also has a degree in something, and he's actually a smart guy. I think it's for like the Discovery Channel or something.
Smart guy. He's a drummer. And all this other fun stuff. Should this just be called Dolph Lundgren Wants a Boat?
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren's paycheck. Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop 2. Bill Bellamy, I think.
Bill Bellamy. Yes. This is the movie where actors go to die. Yes.
Kindergarten Cop is a very enjoyable movie.
Yes, very cute.
It's a premise that is unnecessary to be repeated. Although, now that I think about it, that is essentially the entire premise behind 21 Jump Street, the TV show, that they consistently go undercover.
Yes.
So maybe it's not that dumb to repeat it. What the gap is in my head is the gap in time between Kindergarten Cop 1, which I think was... The fact now I have to retroactively call it Kindergarten Cop 1.
Yes, that's just wrong.
Somewhere like in the 90s, right?
90s somewhere, yeah, early 90s probably.
Yeah. It's 2016.
Yeah.
Those kids from Kindergarten Cop original are long dead. Okay? It's true.
Yes.
They're all dead.
Yes.
In the immortal words of Tom Cruise. So why on earth are they doing this?
I honestly think people are out of ideas for new movies. Hence the reboots and the rebrandings and the remakes.
Yeah, but that's all tied to a recognizable property. Kindergarten
Are you
Cop,
saying that Kindergarten Cop is not a recognizable property?
It's definitely recognizable for a very small subset of people. That's like saying, hey, King Ralph 2 is coming out. It's like, yeah. You don't know King Ralph?
How do you not know King Ralph?
King Ralph the Second? Actually, that sounds like a movie that should be happening.
Yeah, that's a movie right there. If they can make Kindergarten Cop 2, we could make King Ralph the Second.
Oh my god.
I mean, after 10 Cloverfield Lane, I think John Goodman needs something a little bit on the lighter side.
That's true. I think what needs to be discussed again is like some kind of tragedy for the British monarchy again. Why not? Just kill them all again.
Exactly. Another photo mishap.
It's the same photographer. They didn't learn. Because he's appointed for life.
Right.
That's not very nice. Then again, this show has totally changed in the 10-year span of this program. Where
Correct.
now I'm no longer afraid to say crazy shit. Because I'm a retired lawyer.
Correct.
And Rob plays this for his patients while they're passing out from laughing gas. And
Oh, yeah, it works great.
They're like, doctor? What the...
Doctor.
That's what happens. All right. And finally, on this very tiny episode, which apparently is only going to be 10, 15 minutes, the Batman Superman runtime has been announced. 2 hours, 31 minutes for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. What do you think? Do you think that story can be contained in 2 hours and 31 minutes, or is that too long?
I don't think that's enough time to do everything that I know they want to do in this movie. We want to have Batman and Superman duke it out. That's 2.5 hours right there. We also need to bring in, the big villain. I'm not gonna say who or what, but big villain somewhere in there. Everybody's seen the trailer. Everybody knows
it's in the trailer. You can't spoil the trailer.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, the trailer spoiled everything, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. They in about 5 minutes of release footage.
Yeah.
They've shown you the entire story, probably better than we're going to see in 2 hours and 31 minutes.
Well, that is the concern.
Because the trailer did this thing where it's like, okay, look, you know who Superman is because you're on Earth.
Right.
You know that there's a Batman.
Correct.
For the same reason. Okay? You probably know Wonder Woman because if you're thinking who is the most well-known female superhero, name another one.
Supergirl.
There you go. But that's
but still, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, yeah.
The first one people think is probably Wonder Woman, then Supergirl, and then maybe they'll go to Marvel and be like, Thor? New Thor's a woman.
New Thor, yeah.
But whatever. It's not exactly in the zeitgeist of anybody. Then they go, okay, well, there's going to be a bad guy. Oh, this guy happens to be Lex Luthor. You remember Lex Luthor? Yeah, okay. There's no... The trailers presuppose knowledge of everything you should know, which I don't think the movie's going to do. They're going to establish Bruce Wayne as a guy who was there during this giant tragedy. We're going to waste our time through this. He apparently is dating Wonder Woman from what we can see in the trailers because they're like coming out of the same limo or something. Then Lex Luthor is introducing them to like each other at some kind of party. And then we've got, hey, look, here's Zod. He's just hanging out dead. They're going to do some kind of genetics with him, make some kind of crazy bad guy who's unstoppable until Wonder Woman shows up. Why do you have to watch the movie now? And it's 2 hours and 31 minutes.
And somehow, Lois Lane also has a part in the movie somewhere.
Oh, that's right. She's the one that's getting like flicked on the head for
yeah.
saying you're psychotic.
Sounds like they're trying to do a lot. Now, my issue, while we're talking about the movie, is if you remember Amazing Spider-Man 2, the idea with that one was they were going to bring all these plot pieces together to introduce a string of movies after it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Amazing
Remember, they were going to do Sinister Six and all that. That they had everything in the works that they were trying to do, and it all kind of took a big crap on them. Nothing worked out. It didn't work, and that's almost like what Batman v Superman is trying to do. It's okay, we're trying to bring in Batman, we're trying to bring in Wonder Woman, we're trying to get a Justice League. They're trying to do a lot. If this fails, they already have everything in the works for everything else, so they're committed. In fact, Wonder Woman's almost done shooting, and Justice League starts shooting in April.
Yeah, they got, like you were saying, Wonder Woman's already being shot now. Suicide Squad's, I think, in next month or 2 months from now. I think it's May, actually.
Yeah.
So we got all of that stuff in the pipeline. I'm thinking, and I saw this on somebody else's podcast, Mr. Sunday Movies, and I think it's a good idea, so I want to give him credit for it, that if this movie fails, what they're going to do is fast-track the Batman movie, because that'll work. That's what people know. People see that if Superman, Batman fails, hold the Wonder Woman movie off. Like, you can finish it, just hold it, but you don't need to release it right away. Then establish Batman again. Because
also, since Wonder Woman seems like a lot of that movie is previous continuity to introduce her character, based on what I've heard. So that could be released anytime. If it was something that's happened before origin story, that can be released down the road sometime.
Maybe. I know
Me.
that one of the ways I've gotten tricked into watching a Wonder Woman movie or Supergirl movie was I was watching an animated DC universe movie. It's called Superman, Batman, like Apocalypse. And then you watch
Yep.
it, and they're like side characters.
Yep, they're not even in it. I did the same thing.
And I was like, you fuckers tricked me. It wasn't a bad movie, by the way. I just
No,
wish
it
they
was
would have been
okay.
honest about it.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
don't do that.
Yeah.
But I don't think 2 hours and 31 minutes is actually enough time to explain and universe build like that. 2:30 was, I think, the runtime of like X2. And that's after they established that entire world and the whole concept of there are mutants, these are the good
Right.
guys, these are the bad guys, they used to be buddies, they hang out and play chess. We got all that? This guy can shoot laser beams, this one controls the weather, this one's got a weird tongue. Okay? Everyone's buying this?
Okay. Now a whole nother movie. Okay.
All right, now,
Now we're good. Now we get all that stuff out of the way. Now let's make a movie.
yeah, now we can actually tell you a story you want to watch. You know, so I don't know if Man of Steel set up the world like X1 did.
I mean, the Man of Steel set up Superman perfectly. I mean, he's ready for this. They don't have to do any real backstory on Superman. The question is, they have to do backstory on everybody else.
Did they ever have to do a backstory in Superman?
Not really, but they always feel like they have to.
I don't think nowadays with certain characters you need to even have that origin movie. Batman Begins you needed because one, that story hadn't been told. Oh,
Right.
what did he went off with him? Uh-huh. And he becomes a ninja. Didn't see
Well,
that
it looks like with I don't know if how much they're going to go into the backstory, but it looks like Batman's going to be. It looks like coming out of retirement. It looks like you know, kind of Batman Returns kind of thing. You know that they're kind of going with people already know a little bit about Batman. We
Yes.
might get some flashbacks, but it's not going to be a full origin story on him, from what they say.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope they don't do that. 'Cause
And
they
same with Wonder Woman because they're going to use her movie to do her backstory, and she's just going to be introduced in this one.
I still don't understand how you explain. Okay, so hey, look, here's the alien from space. Looks
Right.
like a human. That's cool.
Yeah,
This she's a god.
yeah.
How?
Who's one of the best fighters in the universe? That's
Yeah,
that's
she's
great.
a trained warrior. That's her whole thing. And she's a
Yep.
princess, by the way. She's got an
Yep.
island.
Yeah, she's hot and perfect. Yeah,
The more you
What's that?
explain these characters, the crazier this shit sounds.
yeah.
Anyway, I don't. So there's either two ways to do this. Either they only need 5 minutes to tell the story, which they've already done, or 2 hours and 31 minutes is not enough.
Yeah, the question is, it's very likely the trailer is better than the movie.
The pacing's got to. It's really about pacing. Like I don't know if Zack Snyder took Watchmen, what's considered the unfilmable Watchmen, and he made it work.
It worked.
But that movie was like 3 hours,
Yeah, it was long.
and there was an established story and pacing because he's like, I'm gonna cut up the panels, and this is our storyboard. Good idea. But has he done that since? Can he actually make a movie where it's paced right? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm worried.
I almost think that the way Watchmen opens with that montage, that's how they should just. The next movie should have been Justice League. Just show us that crazy shit, all of that happening. They're fighting Starro, the giant mutant starfish thing, having an adventure. Batman and Superman are getting into it at some point, and then let's go. It's not like we wouldn't accept it. Be like, And if we're interested in that story, they could release that later. You know,
Right.
Why does that have to be in order?
So you're saying start with the big, huge movie and then go back and do the origin stories and things later.
Look, everyone knows all the characters.
It's true.
Unless you're
It's
talking
true.
about Cyborg. So, like, the story is, it's the X-Men movie, right? Cyborg is your new guy, because he's brand new. He's learning stuff as you go along, so he's the viewer. Mm-hmm. And also, you're getting to know this character, Cyborg. Like they did with Wolverine, which makes all the sense in the world, because that's how you establish this kind of shit.
Right.
Although then I would think it's a derivative and a ripoff.
Right.
So there's no way of winning.
No, pretty much.
I am still a comic book nerd at heart.
Yes, we both are.
Now people are watching me watch a battle. This is Ayaz reacts to Liz Romero trying to remove headphones from a lamp. She has successfully extracted the wireless. They're not wireless headphones. That's the problem.
Give me the play-by-play. Come on. What do we got going on?
She's now smiling at me eerily as she's opening the door. She is leaving the apartment. She is refusing to flip me off because she's a very nice person. Okay. That all
I
just
believe that
happened.
last part was a lie.
Well, she did not flip me off. No.
Really? I just assumed she did.
No, she was being nice today, which is nice.
Oh,
Big
that's
fan
good.
of that. Anyway. So has our quest for finding entertainment that does not suck, has that ended yet?
No, I'll spend the rest of my life looking for entertainment that does not suck.
So that means we will be back. Again,
Absolutely.
episode 96 coming to killingtime.tv. Do I have the RSS stuff figured out? No. Is the audio working? Yeah. The audio RSS is working on iTunes, which is cool. The RSS feed is actually up. Is it easily accessible? I don't know. Do people even use that anymore? Well, I'll figure this whole thing out. I'll put this one on YouTube. It'll be like on a playlist. There'll also be the audio stuff because... does anybody subscribe to video podcasts anymore?
Unsure.
Okay, if you do, email us. killingtime@gmail.com. Do we have that, or is it Killing Time TV? I don't remember. That's not good.
I think it was the TV.
Is it Killing Time? No, at Gmail. I thought I had that one. Let me check my LastPass while we do this live. Well, we're recording this way. You think we'll ever go back to live streaming? Because I don't think that my machine will be able to handle that.
Nah, I don't want to destroy your machines.
Oh, it's killingtimeshow@gmail.com. Killingtimeshow@gmail.com. That's right. It used to be in the credits. We had credits. Remember that?
I remember that.
A million moons ago. Anyway, that does it for this episode, episode 95. Batman vs. Superman could be amazing. Probably not. Deadpool, cool.
If you
Kindergarten
haven't
Cop,
seen it, see it. Kindergarten Cop, nightmare.
the second.
Yeah.
So long.
Later.